So be it, Jedi.
What's going on, guys? Back in another video. Today I want to go over my 3 worst books I've ever read. So it's just a personal opinion. If you've read them or you want to read them, by all means, I hope you liked it. And if you do read it, I hope you do like it. But this is just my personal opinion from my experience. Number 3, I actually don't have a physical copy of. It is Red Harvest by Joe Schreiber. I listened to the audiobook of it, and it just wasn't good. Red Harvest is the prequel to Death Troopers, which is the more popular of his 3 Star Wars books. So this takes place like during the Old Republic. It kind of takes place in a Sith academy, and these mad scientists create this virus that turns people into zombies. Yeah, it's weird, and it doesn't mesh well with Star Wars. Like I said, it wasn't terrible. I mean, I finished it. I finished listening to it, but I would never recommend it to anybody. Death Troopers was much better, and even that was like pushing it in terms of Star Wars and zombies and the undead and all that. So definitely Red Harvest is on this list. I'm glad I didn't spend money on an actual physical copy. Number 2, the second least favorite book I've read, it's going to be Shadows of the Sith by Adam Christopher. Oh, a sequel book. You hate a sequel book? Now, this takes place, I think, 15 years before The Force Awakens. And objectively, this book is good. It does the best it can with the source material and where the story's going to have to take it. It does the best it can. I was super excited about this book because I listened to an excerpt of this book. Time out, spoilers. In this excerpt, Anakin Skywalker comes to Luke Skywalker as a Force ghost and talks to him. I'm like, holy shit, I'm sold. I mean, Anakin fanboy, anything having to do with him, I'm sold. Not to mention him speaking to his son. By all means, like, gonna get it, gonna buy it, gonna read it. That was the only part in which Anakin was in the book. That was the only part in which they communicated. And even then, it wasn't much substance in what they said. So I feel as though old boy released the excerpt knowing that people would buy it because of that. And then after that, I was like, all right, is there going to be more? And there wasn't. So yeah, that's kind of like a knock against the author or the publisher, whoever's involved with that. Didn't really enjoy that. Other than that, it's a sequel book, and I could care less about the sequels. So everything that happens in this book has to lead up into the sequels. So I didn't enjoy it. I was glad that I finally got through it. You know, like I said, objectively, it was good. If you were to read it as a standalone book and just didn't know anything about what was going to happen next, it was a good book. Tells a good story. One of the titular villains is Ochi of Bestoon, and if you don't remember him, he's one of the bad guys, and I think the Rise of Skywalker or something. Anyway, the whole time he feels like a joke, so you're just trying to accept it for what it is. I just didn't enjoy it. And the third worst book I've ever tried to read, I didn't even finish it, Jedi Battle Scars. The book of Jedi Survivor, Jedi Fallen Order. Yeah, I played Fallen Order, and I played it after it's hype. I bought it for like $20 at Walmart. So I played it, and I really enjoyed the story. I really enjoyed Cal Kestis and the journey he went on and everything. I'm not really a video game player, and I still thought it was an excellent game. I wasn't going to buy a PS5 to play the new game just because I don't have time for that, and that's a lot of money to invest into something I would never play. So when this book got announced, I pre-ordered it, and I was stoked. This is by far the worst idea anybody could have to put into a Star Wars book. I'm not going to delve into the content matter. I made it about 80 pages before I closed it, and that was it. Whoever decided it would be a good idea to publish this book and let the author write it the way they did, it's insane to me that it even happened. This is Star Wars erotica. This is fan fiction, and yeah, there is sex. There is sexual innuendos in this book. That, yeah, I'm serious. It's a Star Wars book, and it pretty much is erotica. Like I said, I made about 80 pages and I was done. A friend of mine, we were reading at the same time. We both decided, I'm gonna get through it. I'm gonna get through it. Maybe it'll get better. No, this is a waste of $30. So don't buy this book unless you're into that kind of stuff. By all means, I'm not judging. Those are my 3 worst books I've ever read, and I didn't even finish the worst one. So stay away from those books, or don't. Find out for yourself. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, check out more videos, and we'll see you in the next one.